morning, good afternoon, whatever you are, folks. This is your mail away George Page, aka the Emperor of Female Body Talk, coming to you live on YouTube. Well, folks, I got a lovely lady here this weekend. She is all the way from Europe. She's already in Norway. As you know, as one of my things is, as you know, I am an international player from the Himalayas. We have here the lovely Miss Jannicke, who's a circler. If I got a name right, I want to apologize. Like I said, I'm from the South, and when we say things, we say it how we speak them. So, we just go say we'd like to welcome the lovely Miss Jannicke. Thank you for coming her time. She is a bodybuilder. She's an amateur bodybuilder. A couple of times she should have been pro, but there's a lot of stuff going around, especially in the like stuff like it's just stuff I talk about on my channel where we're seeing a few opportunities for women in certain divisions. Well, it's what it is. But the fact is, we'll talk to her and she can share her story, her path. When we ask this lady again, this is a question I like to ask. I always ask, what kind of lady like yourself in such a sport of, I call it, muscle and masculinity? Please share.
One more time, please. What did you say?
What got you? Sorry, I may have slowed down a little. I talk a little fast. I'm something I got to learn. What got you into bodybuilding? What got you started?
Yeah, actually, I always loved muscles and loved training, but my background is from handball. I played handball for very many years, and I was very good at it. But I remember my mom asked me when I was around 12 years old, okay, what if your handball career doesn't work, what do you want to do? And I just said, I want to be a bodybuilder. So I always loved it. And yeah, my handball career didn't work out because of a lot of knee injuries. And I got to study, got a job, and was thinking about competing in bodybuilding, but the time wasn't right. So I just trained, and the year I become 30, I just, okay, it's now or never. So just go through with it. And yeah, so I always had been very active and trained a lot and always loved to push my limits. But yeah, when I was 30, I just go all in. It's a little bit late, but yeah.
Well, actually, let's start doing content. There's a plenty of women. I just did an interview last weekend with a lady who was 61 years old.
Yeah.
She got into it at 55. I mean, 30 is not too late. I mean, some competitors, it takes a while, especially like you said, you played handball, you had your own path. I know your mother would want you to do other things, but you wanted to follow your own dream and your own desires. We had people come in. We got the guys come here. Hey, Jannica, I tell you, every time when I get a new girl in here, these guys act like, George got a new girl. She finds a motherfucker, get excited. So, I got here from a man, KL the Wanderer. He says, good morning, KL. He also does content on bodybuilding himself. Also, we got here Lawrence Perkins. Good morning, Jannica, George, and KL. Good morning to you, Lawrence. Also, this is our man, Warrior 2000. Where is Jannica from? And we'll get to that after this. And then also, he says he is her accent is lovely. He loves your accent. Yeah.
Wow.
And the question is, she is an IFB pro. Well, we'll get to that later. So, tell everybody where you at, and and a little bit more about yourself. Where you're from, and what was it like growing up? Where you coming from?
I'm living in the capital of Norway, in Oslo, but outside the center of Oslo, so it's very quiet and a good community, and the nature is nearby. Yeah, very quiet and lovely. When I grow up, I always had to go to school, and I remember my punishment if I was not good at home, it was to not go to training. That was my punishment. Okay, if you don't behave, you don't have to go to handball practice. So I always behaved.
Now, when I was coming up, we got See, yeah, y'all, it's different culture over there. My mother like this. She raised me. I have, three sisters, two brothers, my nephews. She raised us, and that was a lot for her to do, raising a big family like that. But you know what? Your parents, they want you to do better for yourself, and education is also important, especially for children.
Yeah.
We want you want your mind to develop too, not just your body, but also your mind. If everything comes together, you're the
Mm.
perfect storm. Now, we have here. This is a comment from KL. He knows this. He says, "You like it when us schmoes stop by?" Yes, because you guys, you like this is what my other guys. This is my other guy says. You guys complete me. Wasn't for you schmoes. Waiting for you guys who love these buff muscular women. I wouldn't be who I am now. The Emperor and also the Joker. I hope I didn't scare you with that because
No.
he's my other identity. He comes out every now and then, so I have to come up. So yeah, so you start out handball. I know handball is very popular in some countries, and then it was an injury. I'm gonna say with bad knees. Right now, I got bad knees like Stone Cold Steve Austin. And what was it like when your first show, when you first competed?
I actually hate being on stage, so that was really out of my comfort zone. And I started as a body figure, so I don't like the high heels.
Oh yeah.
That's a pain in the ass. So my motivation was always to get big enough to compete in women's physique, to don't have the to have better posing and to not use the heels. The first competition, I got second place in both of them, amateur. But I hate losing, so I was just okay. I have to compete with this and be better so I can win. And 2 years later, I tried. I did women's physique amateur. Got one first place and one second place. And I compete 2 times this year. One in Norway, 2 bros NPC show, and one in Sweden.
Yeah, and both the shows were they. I think because I follow the female bodybuilding channel, big fan of guys. They always posted stuff. Both the shows I think were pro qualifiers, or one was pro qualifier.
Both were pro qualifier, but the first one was I was the only athlete, so they didn't give out the pro card. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's crazy because I know they just had a show. I think was the Olympia over in Italy, and a young lady who I did interview a while back. She did the show. She cat tipped. She's now stepping away from bodybuilding for her own personal reasons. But I think there was only 2 women in bodybuilding.
Yeah.
And they did not either get the pro card, but there was at least I think 15 or 16 competitors over physique, and there was 3 new pros. And this is where I'm like this. I'm like this. If you see a show, I know that some ladies feel that physique is more aesthetically pleasing, but if you look at how the divisions are changing, growing, there was a while back I did interview a lady who competed at the Romania Muscle Fest. She won both women's bodybuilding and women's physique, at that show. That was the last year. I just interviewed her a while back. Then there was a lady who just did the European Eastern Europe Olympus show. She won both in physique and bodybuilding. And, and like this, if I'm like this, I'm a competitor where you have a deeper number of competitors in a show, and then the division was that many bodies, and there's a chance that, hey, all this is about getting your pro card.
Yeah.
I would say you should. This is something I think every competitor should learn all the mandatory poses in both divisions just to cover your ass. It's American saying, as we say it.
Yeah.
Here. This is from a man, a warrior. He says like this: says, "I'm professional, so don't worry about me, George. Relax. I know I'm not worried about you." Also, this is from Warrior. He says, "If you had Andrea Shaw as a guest, Lord knows how you would act in her presence. You act like just the thirstiest guy. You talk about her on here. Yes, I would, because I love Andrea Shaw. She's just so beautiful. She's just, I mean, I'm sorry right now, but I think, Jannicke, she's a lovely lady too, but I'm just, she's just, Andrea Shaw, just like,
yeah, she's beautiful. Yeah.
Yeah. She's just, I think she brings that combination, that balance of muscle and beauty.
And femininity.
I think that's why I like it. So let's put Andrea aside, and we'll get back to you, okay. But yeah, I mean, it's tough. I did an interview with a lady a while back. Her name is Isa, and she lives in Denmark, and she's from Brazil. She did, I think, the same show you did, that year, last year, and she was the only women's bodybuilder to get a pro card. I mean, there was just a show just about here in the States just this summer. It was Miss International, which is sponsored by Wing of Strength and Jake Wood. I gotta say, if I say Jake's name, yo Jake, I want that money. I want that gun. I mean, it's from Training Day when Ethan Hawke and Denzel Washington. But she was the only person there. There was supposed to be two ladies. One lady I interviewed was Hannah Hussein and her, but because she's the only day, she gave her a pro card, and that's tough. You put in your time, hard work, and then nothing.
Yeah, and you never know how many who is competing, so it's very hard to find a show that they are giving out the pro card in some of the smaller competitions, though.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
but your idea, that's what I'm going for next time. I'm going to compete in women's physique and women's bodybuilding to cover my ass.
Yeah, that's a smart thing to do, because the fact is, you never know. You might either get your card in one or even both of them. And it happens like that. We got here for this is for a man, Warrior Gay, says Warrior says. Now AJ from the Female Body Channel, on the other hand, takes it to the extreme, always asking the female bodybuilders athletes to flex, who even make them slip into posing suits. That's another situation, so I'm not going to go in detail about that. That's him. So I can't. I'm not him. So Warriors, don't compare me to. But I like the content. Follow him. I have my wet dream of certain female bodybuilders athletes, but I keep them to myself. Well, you did keep yourself on here right now. I think Jennica, you kind of scary now. Come on. But we all know is in bodybuilding, especially for you women, your fan base is mostly the men, because the fact is, the problem is, like, if you look at the other, especially look at men's divisions. With the men's divisions, like open men's class, it's going to usually be guys who are fan of bodybuilding. Then you have the guys who are, we always say in America, we call come sa, who are fan of bodybuilders. I know a guy he's real cool. He's a men's physique competitor. He's amateur. He told me he'll get DMs from guys for wanting pictures or foot fetish, stuff like that. But with you ladies, it is us guys who follow y'all. As I start doing this content and doing interviews and talking with you ladies, I get to know some stuff you tell me about that, and even still have good friends. Some of the women who tell me stuff like they have guys saying weird stuff and stuff like that. Like anytime I do my interviews, like a guy like this, if you like to follow her social media stuff in the description, follow her, check her out. But this is, I always say this in the interview because it's no offense to you, but it's a warning to you guys. No D pics. He has a boyfriend. I see pictures of that dude. Yeah. He probably can clean the house out for this woman. But it's just, you ladies are just something different as we see the standard of what was considered feminine as women. And it's all depending on what you like. Like I said, I respect your ladies. Also, when I was younger, yes, I had my my balances and my fantasies, but still doing it away. But I have gotten mature, and really from the conversations with you ladies like yourself, I really learned some things.
What was the question again?
I'm sorry, it's not a question. It's just me talking. Sometimes
okay.
Sometimes I ask questions, but also I talk too. So it's just is yourself. What you're feeling now as a competitor? What would you like to see more for yourself in the future?
More for myself in the future. Yeah. I just want to be bigger and better symmetry in my body and more muscles. Yeah.
Well,
I want to be a pro.
Yeah, I know that's the tough thing. Everybody wants to be pro. Everybody wants to be pro. I've known some ladies who have been competing for 20, 30 years trying to get their pro cards, and it's tough. It's a lot of hard work to it. So, folks, as we are here, we're going to go into her social media for a bit, check out some stuff. If you want to follow her social media stuff, link is in the description. But guys, be kind, be polite, and be respectful. All right. Okay. So we're going to jump over here and we're going to look at your picture there. You got some impressive stuff here. I was like, looking at some stuff. I mean, you have an amazing physique. I mean, good detail of muscle. I think this right here which is your, I have to tell you the truth. You have great abs. Which is your opinion is your best body part?
Probably my abs. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And I also have great biceps, I think.
Yeah, good peak there. I mean, I think Yeah, for the abs, as I always say, this abs is my favorite part of physique, next to the pectorals in the back and the biceps, because it's a centerpiece of a great physique. I've known some ladies have great abs in the history. And this is your boyfriend right here. What's his name?
Nikolai.
Nikolai. And how long y'all two been together?
4 years.
Yeah, he also compete, does he?
Yeah,
Is
in
he?
men's physique. Yeah.
Yeah, men's physique is a very popular division. You ever think about switching over to men's classic? Because that's a lot more popular now. It seems like it.
He wants to go to that division, but he needs more mass.
Yeah, and she's training. You train very hard. Your last show, what was the critique the judges gave you? What things you needed to work on? They feel like would probably have prepare you to your, eventually getting your pro card.
Yeah, I got a lot of different opportunities and different critiques. At the first show, they want more glutes and quads and more control of my abs. And in the Swedish competition, they told me to get more hamstring. Yeah, and to compete in bodybuilding because they meant that I was too big in women's physique.
Yeah, because
compared to the others girls beside me. Yeah.
Yeah, because the division, like I said, they're starting to come together. Where physique was supposed to come in about, it's supposed to be like a throwback to early women's bodybuilding, to like I would say Linda Murray, Kim Zavetsky, those women from back in the day. If you ever heard of them,
Yeah.
But divisions are starting to, as I said again, meld. I've seen some women who look like they should be in women's bodybuilding, but they stick in physique. But I know it's harder especially for Europe, because it's not as popular, it's not as lucrative compared to maybe most definitely physique. Still kind of like borderline, or even to, as your least favorite show is body figure. So it's I don't know. It's just whatever they want to feel like works. This is one of her workout critiques. I can't play the music because you know how YouTubers are, but you got impressive back too.
Thank you.
Yeah, these things. You put in the work, you hold it, you deserve it. And like I said, your abs is your. It's great abdominals. They look like you can shred cheese on them. I mean,
Or in Norway, we are saying washing clothes.
Oh, we say that. We say it too here in the States. You don't say it's often because we have washing machines.
Yeah.
Yeah, we say those. It's like you could probably like take her, put her in a river, just say, "Here you go, Danica. Thanks for the day. Come back tomorrow. I might need to do some more laundry." So we got, like I said again. I got a lot of guys like here, great Danica. They decided because he came here. He says now. He said, "Wait a minute. This is from Warrior." He says this. He says, "I have my. I already said that earlier. This is from Elotor 98. Lots of respect to you for your sports award. Your form is amazing. Greetings from Germany and God bless you." Yes, yeah, that's great. You won an award. What was the award?
I don't know.
Must be thinking somebody else. He must be saying, possibly.
Or I got the third place, or I don't. Yeah, I don't know.
Anything possible to become a pro? Yeah, it's anything possible to become a pro. But yeah it is, like I said, it's tough because one thing is for you ladies, bodybuilding has changed over the years since I've been following. I've been following for a long time. It's more expensive for you women compared to the men because you have to pay not only the cost of your suits, the cost of travel, the cost of hair, makeup, everything. I mean, one thing, even as an amateur, I think there should be some kind of a little assistance along the way. Maybe because just come on, a few bucks every now and then or something. Especially when you compete a show, you're not going to win no money. Just win to get a pro card or get regional qualification.
Yeah. And in Norway, it's very bodybuilding is not very popular, so it's it's no one sponsoring you, or it's not a very popular sport.
Yeah, it's tough, especially I think I've just used ladies from certain countries, like I think, especially since Norway's not too far from Russia, and now they would consider bodybuilding very subversive sport. I think it's not very popular, but I think countries like Germany, I think some parts of other countries who are more open, especially the United States. You can come
Yeah,
here to America if you could. You can. Hey, I'm telling you, sweetheart, you do pretty good. Even though Bible is not as popular per se as a sport, there's more opportunities for you as a competitor in the future. So,
yeah.
would you ever, if you could, and would you ever consider come to the States?
I thought about it a lot of times, but I also have my family here, my boyfriend, and my job. So maybe in the future, or just taking a half year to be there, or something like that, but not at this moment.
Yeah. Well, like I said, that's something you can think about in the future. And it's good that you have your support of your family and your boyfriend, because, like I said, it's a lot tough, especially for women, when you change the aspect of what is considered feminine. And I know when we told your mom you're gonna start become a bodybuilder. What was her thoughts? What did she say?
Um, she didn't say much when I was young, but when I start doing it, she was just, okay, when are you going to stop? And I'm not going to stop. So we had many back and forth, but she has also been very active in sports. So when I told her that this is a sport and it's the same as handball, just not as a team, you're doing it yourself. So I think she's become more approval to it now. And when she was watching my show this time, she was very proud and supportive. So
Well, that's good because it's good that you have support both of you, like you say, your mom, your boyfriend. Because some things I learned that some women say it'd be hard, 'cause especially as a woman, and
yeah,
anything as your mother say, like, Jannica, sweetheart, I don't want you to be so big and muscular. I want you to to grow up and have family and have your own children. But you have to live your life for you,
yeah.
no one else. If you can't be happy, why should she be happy? Because hey, I got kids. This you should be able to enjoy yourself. We're here from old 98. He says this. He says, English is not my first language. I mean, with the words, the training progress. Okay, I don't know the right word. Ha ha ha. Well, just basically said, the hard work she put into this sport and what she has gained out of it. I know English is even us as Americans, we still, I live from the South. Our English is not that perfect either. So sometimes, if you ever come down south and meet somebody say, tell you, we ask them, how far is you mean far? We don't say fire. We don't say far. We don't say far. We say far. You're like a fire. Like that kind of far. Or you say, can I have a bar? You say, no, a bear. Where's the bear? I say, no, a bar. No, bear, beer, beer. We say bear, bear. It's just it's a totally different language, but you get it. Hey, this is from my man Warrior. He says, I was found in international foreign women the most fascinating bodybuilding athletes in general. Men, foreign athletes are as well too. Yes, because you know what? There's some, I think there's some amazing women who I follow from certain countries. Like one person I talked about with a lady a while back, Hela Trevino. Great
Yeah,
lady, beautiful physique. A while back, I did something. I made her a little fan art. It was one of her shows. It was like I think for the Rising Phoenix. She was like wearing a mask. Her body looked so amazing. I don't know was the lighting or just the way she was just angling herself. She's a great physique. I mean, just been a great generation of women come from Europe and overseas. Like I got to meet her dear friend, the big sweet herself, Irene Anderson. She was here down
yeah,
here doing Savannah, and I got to meet her and talk to her. I mean, it was just I met Alina Popa. That's another lady who who's at one point a Miss Olympia contender. I mean, to meet ladies like yourself and to do this is not the first time I did international interviews before. I got to remember we had an actual mistake because I kind of missed the timing. I posted came on here. I actually put the time for tonight, but then I found out it was supposed to be this morning because I had to step out for a moment because do something. And when she mentioned me, I said, "Oh, I get enough time to do it because it wasn't too late because still have time." But as a competitor, it is difficult to find competitions for pro qualifications overseas, especially if it's not as a popular sport as bodybuilding is in other parts of the world.
yeah. It is hard to find the right competition and to be enough. After the one in Oslo, the judges said, "Oh, go to the competition in Italy in 2 weeks because that's a big show, and I think you can get your pro card there." But in that show, it was no competitors in women's physique. So if I went to Italy, I would just throw out a lot of money for nothing again.
Hmm.
So
Yeah, I know it's tough. Well, I know in another week or so there is the I know it won't work your timeline because it might be too late for you now. Is the Olympia here in the United States in Florida? They do this year. They have women's bodybuilding and women's physique for the amateurs. That'd be a great show for you. But it's out of your window. But also, so again, the Miss International, which the show is coming in, it's probably gonna come in next year around the summertime. And maybe if you think about that, is one lady, she was the only competitor there. She got a pro card anyway. But because
yeah.
Jake, he's the one who sets that show up. He owns that pro card. He gave the girl anyway. But I think like this. I think there should be more opportunity. I think a lot of the ladies are too afraid to go into other divisions. They feel like, instead again, the femininity factor. They feel like if they do women's bodybuilding or even physique, they wouldn't be considered feminine. That's why they rather stick to as I call them, the TNA divisions. Tits and ass divisions is in other words. Like wellness and figure. And, not figure so much. Figures. Those women's are almost. If you look at some of the women in figure now, like Jessica Medina Reyes, she looks like early version of women's physique when it first started. Maybe a little better. Maybe close to like Julia McCarr. But it's just you don't want to wear those clean heels anymore. You don't want, I know you like. There's one of my favorite comedian, Chris Rock, says like a daddy's job is to keep his daughter out of clear heels. I mean, and that's the next thing you want to ever do. Because one of my jobs, I used to work in a strip club, or we call it a booty club here, and that's the girls have to wear clean heels all day. So here we got here from this is from 098 says CrossFit is a Scandinavian country, is very popular, but I hope the bodybuilding will be popular soon. Yeah, it's going to take some time. And also, this is from Warrior. Who is Jennica's favorite female bodybuilder athlete currently now? Who do you like? Or is this just like somebody, more than one person you like?
Yeah, I'm more like some part of people and just put all the best part together. But Andrea Shaw is really, really amazing. Helle is good. Yeah, it's so many good athletes there in the top. So I think it's hard to just mention one.
Okay, well, let's do it. Let's say you want to build your perfect female bodybuilder. You take a piece of somebody else. Just name, I would say, give you 5 and you name them if you like them.
Oh, I'm very bad at names, but Julia from Switzerland.
Julia Foray.
Yeah, she has amazing shoulders.
Mm-hmm.
I love her shoulders. Natalie.
Which Natalia?
Natalia, yeah. She has amazing legs.
Quail or Natalia Kobaleva?
Um,
The Brazilian or the Russian?
the Brazilian.
Okay. So the current Miss Olympia champion.
Yeah. She has amazing legs. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Andrea Shaw has complete physique. Yeah, sorry.
She's like the fifth element. She's perfect.
Yeah.
And you said Helen Trevino.
Yeah.
And
she has massive calves.
Yeah.
I was standing beside her when I was watching Olympia last time in Vegas, and her calves was very big, and I just wow.
Yeah. And who's the last one? We have the last one. Put on stop by this.
Oh, I don't know. It's so hard.
Think of somebody, maybe not recently, maybe a throwback, somebody old school.
Yeah, old school. I don't remember the name, but she runs the gym in Las Vegas.
That would
with
be
the Japanese guy.
Oh, Iris Kyle. Oh,
yeah,
the 10-time Mr. Oh, Iris Kyle. Oh, Iris. Wow. Oh, most people want to talk about people talk about Iris because she changed by it. She just, but Iris, you got to think about it, Iris was just she. Other than her loss to Yaxino King, she was dominant. There's always been debate that Alina could have won that last Miss Olympia, but the judges always go with the dominant. It's like this. We talk about this on my channel. It's Andrea Shaw, everybody else, and if you're such a dominant champion, like look at like guys like Ronnie Coleman or Lee Haney or Arnold Schwarzenegger, how dominant they were during their careers. The judges always go with the dominant champion. I always, like I said, I reached out to her a while back for an interview, but she has some stuff she couldn't do in the interview. But she even comments on stuff like she wasn't a big fan of hers, but I really appreciate what she has done, and she put the work in for women's bodybuilding. This is from man Lawrence Perkins. He says, I agree, you have great potential. Yeah. And as a competitor, it's tough, and you put this time and work in, and people understand that bodybuilding is not as easy as I think it is. People think the idea that when you become a bodybuilder, all you do is take this pill, that pill, lift this weight, eat this food. But it's a process. Now, it's about training, getting up in the morning. Who's your trainer, and how long y'all been working together?
I'm my own trainer.
What?
Yeah. So me and my boyfriend, we are doing all together and coaching each other. So if he wants advice, I give him advice, and vice versa. So I don't have a coach.
So you're just working off of each other, and because I know a lot of people tell me, say you don't want to do sport without having a trainer, and it's hard. Sometimes it's hard. It's like it's an old saying here in States: if a man is his own lawyer, you got a client for a fool. It's just it's a saying that they say in law. But to be your own trainer, you do your own nutrition, your own diet, and everything. I mean, that's I got to give you that. I mean, it's tough.
Yeah, but I like that process, and I know my body better than someone else. So, and it's all about trying and failing and learning. And I can do that myself. I don't need another person to learn from my mistakes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's like one of my favorite quotes is from I'm a quote a lot because I'm a big Batman. If you saw the other guy, I'm a big Chris Nolan Batman fan. I love the whole trilogy. People talk junk about it because they hate Christian Bale's Batman. I love Christian Bale, but there's a quote in the first Batman Begins when Thomas Wayne says his son Bruce says, Bruce, why do we fall? Because we learn to pick ourselves up. And sometimes it's best that yourself and your boyfriend knows himself, and then you can critique each other. You can see things that okay, he's doing this wrong, she's doing that wrong, and y'all can just bounce off each other. I know, like I said again, a lot of people do mostly have a trainer or a coach. Everything they put it. What now? Do you like doing your posing, or you just feel like, oh God, I don't want to do this?
I am in a club in Norway, so we have posing every Sunday. So I can just come there and join it, and we're around 10, 15 persons who give each other advice. So I try to go there every Sunday, and also posing at the gym. But I could be better at the posing. It's not my favorite thing to do.
I know, because we got to think about it. When you were in body figure, you had to wear the high heels and just got to move around. But this is with this. I know somebody told me that that's why they like going over to like the other division because you get more movement. And it's just about a process of there's always other ladies. I know some ladies who are good at posing. Maybe I don't know if you're interested. Maybe reach out to somebody and might help you out, or you feel like you're comfortable with your club. That's good. But like I say, whatever you need to get you that next level, whatever it takes, you should do it. Yeah. This is from my man Lawrence Perkins. He says 2 minds come together for couples. Yeah, and it's just tough. One thing being a couple, you compete, you compete. What is it like around the house? Especially when you're on prep. Is it like everything's peaceful, calm, or is it like it's like a war?
It's actually very peaceful, but of course we have bad days. But our communication is very good. So if he has a bad day, I can just tell him, and hello, stop it. You're being very rude, or and he changed, and we both know how it feels, and that it's the prep and not personal. So it's going very good actually at prep together.
Well, that's good because sometimes I know some coaches like sometimes they be prepping at the same time. Like, say, what you look at? What you look at? So you'll be like while the fight, like, hey. Sometimes you say, you got the last of the chicken. No, I get the last chicken. Yeah. It's just it's good that y'all have that good communication. That's the most important, especially in a relationship, and especially both each of y'all being each other's coaches.
Yeah.
Like I said, bodybuilding is a tough sport, and Ronnie Coleman said it best. Everybody wants to be a bodybuilder. No one lifts his heavy ass weight. Now, are your plans for you? Like I said, we were talking earlier. You're not feeling very well. I told the folks, hey, we can push you back to the interview. Yeah, we can push it back because the fact is, hey, I don't want her. I want her to be at the top best fest. But she said, nah. She wanted to come on. She want to come and talk with me. Thank you. And but I feel like this. Bodybuilding is a tough sport. It is. It's physically, emotionally, financially draining. And I know there's days where you don't want to get up, you don't want to do this. She's not feeling well. She still worked out. Bodybuilders don't like rest days. They hate rest days.
Yeah, rest day is the worst thing, but we needed to grow. So I learned to have a rest day, but I have more like active rest days. So doing a little bit of cardio and some ab training and some stretching on my rest days.
Yeah, I know. The ad training is working out because you telling but yeah, it's important. It's like I said, bodybuilding is a process, and people need to understand that it's like I said again, it's not about what you take or what you eat. It's about being consistent. There's times where I said again, you're not feeling well. You could have just laid in the bed and went to sleep, ate some ice cream, and watched some Norwegian soap opera. But you decided you wanted to go out and work out. You still motivated, and I gotta respect you for that. Like I said, I used to work out a bit. I had to take a step back because I had some issues. I got I will and there's times where I get up in the morning and I say, I don't want to leave you. My bed's like my lover. I don't want to leave it. It's like you wrapped up. Especially now. It's I don't know which is compared to Norway compared to us. I mean, the coldest we get is like your type of winter. We'll never get down here south. If like this, even if it snows down here, like this is what other guys just like with snows in Norway. No one blinks an eye. But snows in North Carolina, everybody goes crazy. And that is true because if we had even half an inch, everything's shut down. Everybody's buying milk and cheese and everything like that going around. But it's tough. I remember one lady, she used to live in Sweden, and she was a competitive bodybuilder. She said that cold year, it really hurts the muscles because you need that fat that keeps everything warm. But then when you're shredded in your vascular, it's like you're walking around with getting shots by pin needles.
Yep.
Yeah. We got here from my man O98 says, I'm happy to follow your career from now. And you just picked up the news fan. It's good that we as the guys who follow you ladies, we support you. And you said you don't have that much sponsorship. It's just everything's on you and your boyfriend, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I think a lot of you ladies can use some sponsors. I mean, like I said, guys, if you're following and watching this video and watching this live, and if you have a way to reach out to Jannica in genuine interest, guys, sponsorship can help. Maybe someday, we can get her come here in the States. You can do a couple of shows, get a pro qualification. Or like I said again, there's more pro opportunities for a competitor in the United States than any place else. But guys, this is my rule, guys. Be genuine. Don't be like this. Say, Jannica, you can't I saw those washboard abs. Yeah, I guess I don't want to rub against them. No, stop that. Miss Sokolova, I would like to sponsor you if you're interested. So if you feel like you're comfortable with my agreement, we'll set up a plan, we work something out, and then you work for me, I work for you, and we get things together. And we see you grow as far as the athlete.
Good words. It's many creepy guys out there.
Yeah, the thing is that especially I know you're on social media. You get your IGs like that, and guys sending weird stuff. That's why anytime I do my interview to guys, when you see stuff in social media stuff, no deep pics because like women don't like that. And I know your boyfriend, he says, say, what's this? Who said this to my girlfriend? Who is this guy? I mean, it's just, but there are the level of guys who respect you ladies
Yeah.
as athletes, as women, and there's the guys who see you as sex symbols. And that's the fact is
Yes.
that, that's the way some women make their money is through the sex symbol part. Because, some ladies have OnlyFans. There's also these other websites. Is like, excuse my language, as I call them, they're the beat the meat websites. That's what they are.
Yeah.
We come on there for a particular reason. We this is from, as you know, I'm gonna say it like this. I am a muscle per smoke. I bet for you ladies. We do get some of you ladies, like the pictures we showed earlier, how you ladies are buffed out, shredded, y'all put together. We get some, but that's not something y'all maintain year round. It's just for show and competition.
Yep. It's not healthy to be that shredded for a woman all the time.
Yeah, because it's tough. Because you know what, you really, I know just recently, lady who I follow on social media, she had dropped out of Olympia. That is Christina Mendoza. She dropped out. Hella, she dropped out. Because right now Hella's doing other stuff. She's working with people like, another lady who was a fan of Jay Fuchs. She's working with Jay Fuchs. She's also from Switzerland. Big fan of hers. She's working with other ladies in sport of bodybuilding. She did an interview while back with Daniel Willis, and she's taking this time off because you know what. She's been competing for a long time. Hella's been in this game for a long time. I remember a few years ago when she had the injury and she competed for like almost 7-8 years. Came back, they're pretty good now. But I understand as a fan, when I hear this, it kind of breaks my heart because I was hoping to see them again compete. But as a person, who does the content, I understand. Your body is just as much important as your mind. And if your mind's not willing, you shouldn't drag your body along with it.
No.
Yeah. So like I said, this is a great little interview, and I reached out to her. She was great. I saw her do an interview with Didi. I followed Didi on the spot. He is a great guy. There's not that many people out here who's talking about you ladies. Because the fact is, if you go to on YouTube, there's going to be most of the sites going to talk about either mostly the men and even then the bikini competitors. I think your ladies need just as much respect and recognition as they do. Because you know what, it's tough. And you know what, you're changing what is considered femininity. You're changing aspects of what women with muscles I said, even in your homeland, it's not very normal. It's not very typical. But women's bodybuilding been around for at least about 50 years, and women have muscle too. Maybe not at the level as men, but you still have muscle.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, folks, we're not gonna hold much too longer, and I'm doing most of the talking. I know she wants to say something, but we know how I am. When I get to talk to these ladies, I like to give my thoughts and my opinions, and I also like to hear theirs because, ladies like yourself, like I said again, you need recognition, you need respect. You should get more opportunities as other divisions do, and I think you deserve it.
Yeah, but I think it just takes time to grow the sport, and I think it's more approval now and before, because it's more ladies with a lot of muscles, and at the gym it's more normal now and before. So I think it just takes time to build a brand, or
Yeah, everything takes time, and like I said, they always say Rome was built in a day, But I think, there should be more opportunities. I think the NPC IBB should also. This is one of my other beliefs. I believe that they should take care of your athletes. As you know, we just had a young gentleman who just passed away. He committed suicide. I saw that. Was that long ago? We had a bunch of deaths. I think, if anything, you people are the product of these organizations, the NPC, IFBB. You're the product. You should, maybe me being polyamorous, maybe me just being, just hoping and wishing. But I think there should be more, benefits and concern, because I know it's an amateur. You still got to pay your pro card. We compete the show. I mean, your amateur card. You got to pay for that. Then the cost of travel, everything else. Everything that takes money to compete, there should be a little bit more of a per diem for you. At the end of the day, when you go to a show, hey, take off a little, you'll pay, give me money back for the entry fee if I didn't win, because, or, give us something like, okay, the tanning, because I know you got to put that tanning, you got to do the spray tan. Everybody, the spray tanning, and that's cold. You got to, I mean, and the makeup of the hair. I mean, little things they could do to offset the cost. I mean, you got to eat. That's something that's your responsibility. But when it comes to the show, hey, take care of the athletes.
It's just the small things that matters in the end to be appreciated a little.
Yeah, the little things really go a long way. So,
Yeah.
folks, like I said, she just finished training. She's a little bit under the weather. I don't want to hold her up too long. She got sniffles right now.
Sorry.
That's all right. That's all right. You're fine. You're cool. You're cool. You're cool. You're cool. I understand. We're just starting to get a little cool around here. It's not too bad compared to where you at.
It was snowing today in Oslo.
Ooh, yeah. I think the last time it snowed, like I said, we barely got maybe a quarter of an inch. That was in February or March.
Yeah.
So, and here right now in October, you will think that this was like early spring for you. I'm telling you, it's not that. It's the wind's out. It's a little chilly outside, but I'm still running the air conditioner. The fact is, it does get hot. There have been times as a kid in December, sometimes we wore shorts because it was. I mean, we live a little bit below the equator in North Carolina, so we get that. But I think bodybuilding overseas is still growing. Like I follow guys like AJ Roberts over at Fear Bodybuilding. They tell bodybuilding is still growing in Europe. I mean, I talked to Tiana Flex. They said they just recently just get the EPC over in South Africa. It's growing. It's not going to be as worldwide as like sports like soccer or football or hockey, but it's still it's been around for a long time. It's been around along as a couple of sports. It's sad that it doesn't get like I remember as a kid I used to watch on TV. But now you either have to internet or pay-per-view to watch it. But I think you deserve this much opportunities. I mean.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Well, folks, like I said, we're going to let her go because she's a lovely lady. She could time out to talk with me. And it was my fault that I forgot to remember. God, I got the time. But sometimes it happens. Things like this happen. But we got together. We had a nice conversation. Like I said again, I wish her all the best in her future. As I said again, as an athlete, what would you like to see change in your mindset as a bodybuilder?
My mindset. That was a good question. Mindset. To give a little bit more, I have to give. When I'm on stage, I just have to give a fuck about everyone's opportunity decisions or what they're thinking, and just own the stage. I have to work on that mentality and that. I hate the stage.
Yeah, you hate everything. You say like you sound like one of my favorite skits from Chappelle's show, the player hate of the year. That's it. I hate no more. Yeah, I know, but I know some ladies even love the stage. They love the performance. They love the scene. They be out there. They love to be. But I know you get tired of getting sprayed down with oil and tan and have the bright lights on you, and just. They tell your boyfriend say, I just want to go, honey. I just want to go home. I want to eat something. Your last show, what did you get to eat? What was it you got to eat in your last show?
After the show?
Yeah.
We eat pizza.
Oh, pizza.
Swedish pizza. It was a long drive home. It was 6 hours driving, so we went for pizza.
Yeah, I know pizza. Either somebody say burgers, steak. Pizza's very popular. I mean, it's easy. It's meat and bread all together. You get your carbs, you get your meats, and it tastes pretty good. I think I had a pizza a couple of weeks ago. I might actually I had one a couple of days ago. I got one and I got a defrost on the refrigerator. I might eat this for later this afternoon. But we are here for this one being War 2000 before we head out. Yep. She says most people don't talk about Iris Kyle, but she was the most accomplished champion of all time. She is. She has the most wins. People keep saying she has the most wins as a woman. She has the most wins as an Olympian.
Overall, yeah.
Yes, overall. It's like there was a lady who played, she was a coach for women's college basketball, Pat Summitt. She's in the NCAA Hall of Fame with them. She had the most wins in basketball in general. People are saying it's women's college basketball, but it was basketball in general.
Yeah.
So we're gonna hit you out. So anybody want to say hello or thank you, shout out to while you're here before we let you go?
No, I was just happy to that you reached out, that we can talk together. That was very, very fun, and happy to join you. Maybe another time when I'm getting pro.
Well,
And yeah,
well, as ma'am, you are welcome back here anytime you want to. You want to shoot the shit with me? I'm happy to let you do that. We hope there will be opportunity for you to get your pro card. I mean, as you know, the year is pretty much about over. I can't believe it. It's just this next week is the last week of October, then November, and then before you know it, it's a new year.
yeah,
Come on, wow, wow. But as I said, this hope you do get your pro card. Maybe the right show would do it. Like I said again, you know, if someone's out there who wants to sponsor her and Junior maybe try to get it over here, it's not that many shows that I think maybe nationals or there's the Mr. National and also the Olympia amateurs here in the States. Those three shows are probably a great pro qualifiers for her. I think she has a great physique, she has a great presentation. It's hard opportunity for women overseas because you have competitors that drop out or they use the excuse, I don't want to do that division because it's too masculine. But you in another division, just is muscle development. If you're doing physique or doing figure, you're not too far from women's bodybuilding and for women's bodybuilding. It's a process of growing as an athlete. And that's what you got to remember. You grow as an athlete, you have to really change and adjust to the what your body's going through. If you like this, like Tia told me this, it's not body breaking, it's body building.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, folks, I'd like to thank my man Warrior 2000, my man Lawrence Perkins, also 098, also my brother KL the Wanderer. Anybody who watched this video, comment, subscribe, follow us on social media if you're interested. Share this stuff. And if you're so interested, genuinely interested in sponsoring Jannica, her information in the description. Reach out in genuine interest. No D-pics, guys. She has a big boyfriend. And don't be that guy. Don't be that guy. All right, man. I'd like to thank you again. I appreciate it. I wish you all the best of luck. I hope you feel better. And like I said again, whatever you hear, I'm here. Just want to shoot the shit, shoot me a line. You're welcome guest.
Thank you so much. Have a lovely day.
All right, thank you too. Appreciate it. Anyway, like I also, say thank. As I also like this, you never have to thank me. I just do this because I like doing this. Yeah. But anyway, folks, this is your man always yours page, aka the Emperor of Female Body Talk. Don't like, subscribe. I'm out. Have a good rest of your afternoon and good evening to you.